Good evening and welcome, race fans, back to Zero X Media and Design tonight. A track again that needs no introduction, Daytona International Speedway. Tonight we're here for the Outcast Gen4 series, and I am joined in the booth with my good buddy Adam Glatfelter tonight. How you doing, Adam?
I'm doing phenomenal. How about you, Dustin?
Dude, I'm excited, man. I'm not, I don't race these cars a lot, these Gen4s, but they are fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely. Man, these are some of my favorite cars on the service of iRacing. These early 2000s, man, you can't beat them.
Lots of horsepower in these cars, very hard to control, and it'll be a real challenge tonight here at this bumpy, like the old school Daytona track.
Oh yeah. They chose the older, I guess the older style of the Daytona, so it's very bumpy. And then you mix them with these Gen 4 cars and it's a wild ride. They got low downforce, so drafting and side drafting is going to be key tonight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And they're going to have to be very careful on how they push each other around here. With the lower front end and the higher back end, it'll make it very tricky. If they give the wrong push, it could send the car one way or the other, and they'll have to be very careful with that. But before we get into anything else, I want to give a big shout out to H&W Wrap Designs. You can follow them on TikTok at H&W Wrap Designs. Tell him we sent you. Maybe he'll hook you up with a little deal or something. I know he's got massive deals going on. He's doing a lot of business over there. And then also, Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds. I was looking around at them on this website. This place looks really interesting. Coming up on March 18th, they're going to have ZZ Top there. I was talking to one of the locals.
Really?
Yeah. And they said there's few tickets left. So go on over to this website, GeorgiaMountainFairgrounds.com. Snoop around there. There's a lot they have to offer on this website. Campgrounds, all kinds of different events, different gardens. And yeah, they got a festival coming up. We'll talk about that more later on. And then they also have a rodeo, a pro rodeo. This is the Hiawassee Pro Rodeo, May 24th and 25th. Go to the website now or call their office and get your tickets today. That's GeorgiaMountainFairgrounds.com. Thank you so much, Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds. And then another big shout out to Outcast Motorsports for giving us the opportunity to bring you this race live here on Zero X Media and Design. We're going to do something special for you real quick, though. Next week, it'll be a little bit more custom to the league, but this is something we usually like to do. We didn't do it Tuesday night if you stuck around for the broadcast, but we're going to get into a prayer and national anthem for you.
Heavenly Father, we thank you tonight for all your blessings. You said in all things give thanks. So we want to thank you tonight for these mighty machines that you brought before us. Thank you for the Dodges and the Toyotas. Thank you for the Fords. And most of all, we thank you for Roush and Yates partnering to give us the power that we see before us tonight. Thank you for GM Performance Technology and the R07 engines. Thank you for Sunoco Racing Fuel and Goodyear tires that bring performance and power to the track. Lord, I want to thank you for my smoking hot wife tonight, Lisa, and my two children, Eli and Emma, or as we like to call them, the little E's. Lord, I pray you bless the drivers and use them tonight. May they put on a performance worthy of this great track. In Jesus' name, boogity, 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 amen.
To honor America with the performance of the national anthem, 8-time Grammy Award winner, Chris Stapleton.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? Oh, so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight so gallantly streaming, and the rock is regular upon singing out, yeah, through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you so much for that, and thank you all veterans out there across this great nation. And with that said, let's get into some qualifying. Tuesday night, we ran into a few lagging issues. Hopefully we got that wrapped up, and hopefully we don't have those issues tonight. If we do, let us know. We'll try to address it as soon as we can. As for everybody watching, thank you so much for joining. If you could hit that subscription button, and that would help us out a lot. Hit that like button, helps the algorithm. And if you got a favorite driver out here on the track, just shout them out, and we'll zip to their car, put the camera on them, and give them some spotlight.
Well, the first one on the track is Anthony Bennett. He wasted no time. As soon as he was able to get in the car to qualify, he took off pit road.
It's Anthony Bennett out of Riverview, Florida. The 7 car. That's a sweet looking car there. I believe that's an H&W Wraps car. Andrew Kuhn in the chat says it's shake and bake time. Johnson in the chat. Oh, praise Dale. And Mark McKee, grandbaby Buffalo. I'm not sure what that means, but come on.
And it looked like the 7's got a little bit of a blinking problem.
Taking a look at the 53, that's Brian Welchel. Nice old school Mopar design on that car. I really wish they had like a Dodge in the game. That'd be sweet.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I called it a game. It's a sim.
Oh man, you didn't just call it a game.
I went there. I didn't mean to go there because this is not a game. It's anything but. It is some of the closest you can get to an actual race without spending millions of dollars on one of these cars. Jason Anderson in the 28 FDC on the hood of that Impala. Little loose running the high line. Take a look at Drew Kuhn out of Bowling Green, Kentucky. That's a 21 car. Got some Captain Crunch on there. Why Captain Crunch? Because who needs the roof of your mouth, right?
That's right. That's the main reason I don't eat Captain Crunch.
It's good though. It's real good. Take a look at the 30. That's Dalton Lott. Nice looking car there. Right now,
Yeah, there's a bunch of sleek designs on these cars, Justin. I'm really liking them.
they look really good. A lot of foil. I like the foil numbers. Dalton Lott to the top of the board, with Michael Stevens behind him in the old school 6 Valvoline. The 62 of Ronnie Welchel. He's out of Hiawassee, Georgia.
Oh man. Yeah, this is the car I was watching in practice, and this thing makes my computer lag. Uh it's highly reflective.
Shiny. Makes me think of the crab from Moana.
Yep.
Let's look at a different car here. The 91, Chase Stempfley. I think these guys referred to him as Mr. Slap and Tickle. And Veerkamp to the top of the board. Daniel Veerkamp in the 2. Old school Miller car out of Middleton,
Oh
Indiana.
man. Yeah, that's a fine looking ride right there. I'm not a Miller fan, but I love the Miller paints.
All right, all right. 57, Charles Wilson in the Go Army car. I don't know why I say Go Army. That just reminds me of the commercial is all. GoArmy.com. I don't know if they still have that or not, if that's just old school, me showing my age.
Oh, I'm right there with you. And no, I don't think they have that anymore. Not for like 15 years.
The 008 Scott Hall in the Bass Pro Shops car. The 48 also on track in the old school McDonald's car, the Grayson McKee. Scott Hall jumps up to 6th place. Mark McKee in the chat says, that's my guy. I'm used to seeing the McDonald's on the 94, that old school Bill Elliott. That used to be my driver back in the day. So now naturally I'm a Chase Elliott fan. You get a lot of hate for that, but I like me some Chase Elliott. Exhumed
Boo.
in the chat saying number 1, baby. That's right. Throwback to Dale's car, as H&W Rap says. Looks like the stream's looking pretty good tonight so far. Qualifying is coming to an end. All drivers except Jamie Fox Bolton and Eric Johnson put in a lap.
Man, the qualifying times are extremely close tonight. These guys really know what they're doing on that track.
There's a lot of times that are only separated by thousandths of a second, I'm seeing. We're going to get gridded up here and get ready to go green. Make sure you shout out your drivers. Let them know you're here. Let them know you're supporting them. We love it when family stops by. Or friends, family, whatever you got. Andrew Kuhn says, peanut butter, Cap'n Crunch is where it's at. That wrap is a product of DC Designs. Yeah, it is. I prefer me some Crunch Berries, though. I'm not going to lie. Qualifying not over yet. Ronnie Hurst takes the stage. He's the only car on the track at the moment in this 22. J&M Group car. Let's ride on board with him. See, he's out of the throttle on entry. Shows how much power these cars have. He's got his hands full looking at fighting that wheel. Very interesting track combo tonight. Track car combo.
Oh, it's one of the best. It takes pure skill to run these things.
See the speeds in the bottom right hand corner. Looks like he's coming to pit road.
Little pit road practice there.
I like it. I like going back around and get your timing down, help get another practice run on pit lane. These drivers do have to stay to the right until 3 to 4 stalls. Pit road speed, 60 miles an hour.
And we do have 3 sets of tires and no fast repair tonight. And Dustin, I was just listening to the kind of the race control guy, and below the yellow is off limit.
Cannot pass below the yellow line in this league to advance your position. I believe you can go down there to stay out of harm's way. The drivers are lining up, and now it's time for one of my favorite parts of this broadcast. And I got a lot of feedback that they really like it. So let's get into it.
In motorsports, the star of Universal Pictures movie, I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry, Kevin James.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your
Your pole winner for tonight, Daniel Veerkamp, with a 48.598. Not too far behind him in second, Dalton Lott. Mark Kaysen going to take third. Fourth goes to Michael Stevens. Fifth, Brian Welchel. Scott Hall in sixth. Zachary Taylor in seventh. Eighth place, Anthony Bennett. Ninth goes to Richard Keene. 10th, Drew Kuhn. 11th is Ronnie Hurst. 12th, Grayson McKee. 13th, Charles Wilson. 14th, Ronnie Welchel. 15th goes to Jason Anderson. 16th, Chase Stimpley. 17th, Brian Zemer. Eric Johnson in 18th. And Jamie Fox Bolton will bring up the rear in 19th.
Dustin, I wonder what the pit strategy is going to be like tonight. I mean, we've got 60 laps here. I wonder if tires are going to be an issue.
It might be with that bumpy track. We're going to take a look at your weather and track conditions for tonight. 73 degrees in the air and 83 degrees on the track.
So not too hot. I don't think we got to worry about them overheating, just more or less tire wear in general. Oh man. Starting on the inside second row, Dustin. Some of the guys in here don't really realize what that car is. That's an AOL car.
Little dial up for you.
Yeah. That's what my internet's been this past week, or 2 weeks, is dial-up internet. And the pace car is off, and here we go. The 2 is going to lead him to the green. Green flag is out.
In the air, and they're going to go 2 by 2. We had some cars start on pit lane. Here they come out. Let's see if they have any problems blending in.
Here comes that outside line. The 30 getting a push from the 6. It puts them side by side again.
Side by
no
side.
No side drafting.
Plenty of space in between. I was just about to say no side drafting just yet. We've seen a lot of respectfulness on Tuesday night in the truck series. Looks like we're going to see the same thing here tonight. We got a car in the wall. That's the Cap and Crunch. Out front, we got Dalton Lott, Daniel Veerkamp, 6 of Stevens on the outside, looking to give a nice air push to the 30.
Yeah, it looks like Drew Kuhn just barely touched the wall. A good friend of mine, he always calls it wall slappies.
That's right. Old Buckaloo calls it little wall slappies, a.k.a. wall slappies, however you prefer it. Getting a nice little spectator view right here.
Got 3 cars lined up on the outside, and man, they're moving.
The 8 working with the 6. The 6 trying to take the lead. That's Stevens. Michael Stevens to the lead.
And in that Valvoline car, man, there's some nice paints out here tonight.
You see the bump from the 2 on the 30. Veerkamp to Lott. Just a little love tap. $60 laps in tonight's race.
And 68% fuel too, Dustin. And I don't think a fuel strategy is going to come into play, but
See how bumpy they
it's
are.
not full.
That's crazy. You were talking about him earlier in the stream, that 20 of Zachary Tyler in the AOL car. He's got a nice view of these leaders here. They're battling for position. Let's go on board with him for a lap.
As he's got a huge run. He just said, "Welcome.
Watch out,
You've got
bumpy."
mail."
Yeah, that's right. Watch how bumpy it is here in this corner. How hard it is to hold this wheel steady at 190.
They're coming up on lap traffic right now to the outside. Man, they threaded the needle there.
Yeah, they did. You can see just how much skill it takes in these cars. This driver's doing one heck of a job to keep it clean. And with all that bounciness, usually Daytona, at least new school Daytona, isn't that bad on the tires, but I could see that being a big factor tonight. Had some shout outs in the chat. Phantom79, thanks for joining in. He says, let's go Brian and Ronnie Welchel. Timmy in the chat again says, Thunder. And then Mark McKee, boogity, boogity, boogity. Sorry I'm delayed on those. I appreciate the comments.
That 8 and 22 just not giving up on that outside line.
A couple cars falling off a little bit. I don't know if they still got the draft or if they're going to need it to get back up here. They got the 57, the 48 of Wilson and McKee. And then behind them, I believe you got the 91 of Chase Stempley. And then Eric Johnson following suit. Something happened to Brian Welchel. He went a lap down. I wonder if that's, did he start on pit lane?
He had a packet loss issue. It dropped him from the race. He is back in it though.
Yeah, caution will put him right
2
back
laps
on
down.
the lead lap. Or, well, maybe not. They'll need 2 cautions. Taking a look at the 7 of Anthony Bennett. He's following the 87 of Mark Kazin. And old Fox Bolton in that 9 car. 9 had a similar truck scheme, running that Costa, sunglasses. I like it. Those are what I wear. I really like that car. Come back up in middle of the pack. We have Drew Kuhn in that 21. That's the Captain Crunch car that got into the wall on the first lap. And it looks like he found his bearings and he's okay. 2x2 on the front.
You know, Dustin, I'm looking at this 6 of Michael Stevens, and when they were to his bumper, man, he had no clean air on the right front or the rear of the car, and it was just fishtailing everywhere. How he kept control of that car is beyond me.
Shaky. Yeah, I can't drive these cars, so I have no clue what these drivers are feeling, but when we go on board with them, it looks like they have their hands full for sure.
Yeah, I'm not a good driver regardless. The only thing I drive is my wife crazy. So
I know that's right. But that's what we're here for, right?
oh, that's a big 10-4.
Let's go on board with Grayson McKee and see how he's doing holding it up there on that high line in that 48 McDonald's car. Just notice the wheel. Look at the wheel, how it's shaking it back and forth, trying to keep that car underneath of him at these speeds. Let's see what the top speed he gets down this backstretch. Almost 200 mile an hour going into 3. The 62 of Ronnie Welchel, he's in that league-sponsored car right there. That is the Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds car. Everybody being real patient right now. New leader, Ronnie Hurst in the 22. The 8 of Scott Hall, sorry. Battling back and forth they go. That's how it is at these speedway races. Plate races. Bismarck 3770, go 48, that's right.
Man, these things they're handling like a shopping cart on a gravel parking lot. Just, I'm watching the 8 just go back and forth trying to save this car. Maintain the outside and inside lanes. Just phenomenal to watch, man.
Highline with a huge run from the 53 car, pushing the 22. 22 is going to drop down low. At 53 is Brian Welchel. He's a lap down. 2 laps down, sorry. I was wondering why I couldn't find him. I found him. 30 at Dalton Lot, looking good out there. Oh, we're getting a little squirrely there. The 8 with his hands full. These cars act real funny in the draft. Look at the 22 getting loose.
They may be acting funny, Dustin, but I don't think they're laughing.
No.
Oh, as the 22 goes up to make a block on the 53.
It's going to open the door for the 8. We got a car blinking out. That's the 48 there. Grayson McKee. The deuce of Daniel Veerkamp. He's been running up front. All these drivers looking real good here tonight. Lots of patience being shown.
Huge push to the 22 on the outside lane. Gives him the momentum going into 3, but he's going to lose it quickly to the 8.
8 back to the
Coming
loop.
out of 4.
And then 22 is going to take it right back because the 8 got loose stepping off. Take a look at that 29 car. That's a beautiful car right there. That is Richard Keene. Look at that huge bump right there he hit. Man. Let's look at the 55. That's Brian Zemer. He's out of McKinley, California. I'm sorry, McKinleyville, California. He's 43 years old. He's been on iRacing for 5 years. His favorite tracks are Darlington and Richmond and most of the 1.5 miles. He says, no, I'm not good enough to sponsor. Yeah, you are. Have some confidence, bud. If anybody wants to give this man a sponsor, reach out to him in the Discord and hook this guy up.
He's got some favorite tracks that are classics, but I wonder what car combo he likes to pair with those. It doesn't say, does it?
It does not.
Or he just likes the track in general, I guess.
It does say he's a recently published author too. So like in a career firefighter, and I want to say it probably says paramedic, but it's kind of cut out. So I'll have to look into that a little bit more. I got some of these driver bios here on this page, and drivers, if you're watching, make sure you fill that out, and we'll get you some extra airtime here. And throughout the night, I'll go through and talk about you a little bit. Back up front, Ronnie Hurst still in the lead with Scott Hall on his inside. They're still battling side by side.
Yeah, the run this outside line gets with the least amount of cars is crazy. I mean, we've seen side-by-side battles, and they've got 6 cars on the inside and 2 on the outside, and that tandem was able just to keep up on the outside with minimum side draft.
So we got, all right, so I'm from Illinois myself. I live near Springfield, Illinois, in a small town called Chatham. This guy here, the 8 of Scott Hall, is from Vandalia, Illinois. He's 32 years old. He's been on iRacing for 3.5 years. His favorite track's Lernerville, Texas. And sponsors is Outcast. He wants to thank, or sponsors he wants to give a shout out to. Outcast for being an amazing league. This is a pretty good league, man. Very clean, lots of clean drivers.
A lot of give and take.
He's a first time league racer, and he's excited to get after it, man. Well, I'm sure these guys are happy to have you, as you're putting on one heck of a show for us. Keep it together, keep it straight. You're doing great.
And see, Dustin, this is what I was talking about on the outside line. You just got a tandem of two cars, the 2 and the 30, and they're able to keep up.
Yeah,
I mean, they're running side by side with
it's
second
not
place.
like that in the next gen. You're gonna
No, it's not.
even though, because the next gen, man, those things put out such a huge side draft.
They do.
The 8 gonna look up top. He's wanting to go back to the lead. We got the 2 of Veerkamp and Ronnie Hurst now battling for the lead side by side. 30's gonna get loose. That's Lott. Dalton Lott. 20 still up in the mix. Zachary Tyler.
Starting to get a little hairy.
And Michael Stevens up there as well in that 6. Ooh, the 30. Man, this is wild here. Going to lap 22. And the action's starting to pick up a bit here. Let's take you through the field while we got time here. Daniel Veerkamp currently in the lead, and these might get botched together because, you know, like I know on these speedways, they change a lot. Like right there, Ronnie Hurst is second. Dalton Lott in third. Oh!
The 6 had a run on the 8, and it just shows you the racecraft of these guys. I mean, he backed out. He did not push the issue with the 3 wide. He just backed back out and just recollected. He's back to the bumper of the 8, but very nice driving by the 6. He lost a little bit of ground there. I'm not sure if he hit the wall a few laps ago, but he's back up there in the draft.
As we continue to move through the field, the 20 of Zachary Tyler, he's in 5th currently. 6th is Richard Keene, and he's in that 29. Michael Stevens fell back to 7th. Drew Kuhn in 8th. Grayson McKee is in 9th. Ronnie Welchel in 10th. Charles Wilson in 11th. Jason Anderson, he's back there in 12th. Chase Stimpley in 13th. Eric Johnson, he's in 14th. Not too far behind him, Brian Zemer. Jamie Fox Bolton in that 9 car in 16th. 17th, Mark Kazin in the 87. Anthony Bennett in the 7 car back in 18th. A lap down, but still at the front of the pack. That's Brian Welchel. Actually, 2 laps down. Sorry. The 6 up into the wall.
Yep. 6 back up in the wall. I don't think that was his fault. He had a little bit of dirty air. They were kind of shuffling on the outside, and
He's going to lose some
he got a
spots
little
there.
bit of that, dirty air. He'll catch back up, though. He's my pick to win this thing, man. He's fast.
Yeah, he's been up there. He's had his hands full. Every driver's had their hands full, for that matter. Back up front, 22, Ronnie Hurst still out front. The 53 now putting some, well, I can't say putting pressure on him. He's a lap down, but he's holding strong up there.
2 laps down.
2 laps down. I keep saying that. You know what
If
I
he
mean.
gets his lap back, he'll be good. And here comes the 6 again, by himself, picking draft partners.
Making moves
Coming
inside,
back- yeah,
outside,
back up through the field.
using that side draft. Look at that.
Phenomenal driving by himself, Dustin. By himself.
What is this I'm seeing here? On
Dropped
the
back
outside.
to 12th. Dropped back to 12th and drafted his way all the way back up here. Is that Earnhardt?
That dude
Oh no,
is
that's Michael
moving.
Stevens.
Phenomenal job there, Mr. Stevens, going from, like, what were you in? Like, you fell back to like 9th, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Actually, I think it was further back than that. We got a 6-car breakaway now. And then back here leading the next pack, that's Richard Keene. I wonder if they're kind of maybe saving some fuel or trying to link up with each other. Are you hearing anything over the radio?
I am not hearing a word, not a peep.
The drivers are locked in, fully focused. The 29 on the outside of the 8. 21's looking to go with them.
But those guys in the back, yeah, they got to be saving fuel, Dustin. They're flintstoning that thing. I mean, they're slow. Oh, as the 20 and the 6 get tangled up, they separate. That side draft
6 up in
that
the
the
wall
6 were
again.
given. Yep.
He's getting really, really squirrely. Makes you wonder if the
Yep.
tires are falling off. Now the 29 with a huge run on the 6. 3 wide.
Yeah, the way the 6 car's handling right now, he's going to need 4 tires and a
Oh, there we go. Spin. That's Chase Stimpley.
man.
One thing for sure, everybody on the racetrack will be pissed off at somebody else on the racetrack before this race is over with.
Chase Stimpley brings out our first caution. We'll have to go back and take a look and see what had happened exactly there. These drivers, probably every one of them down for tires and fuel, I would imagine. It's like Charles Wilson was also involved in that. Let's go back and take a look here.
And let's see what happened here.
6 a little off pace. The 18 into the 91. Collects. Oh,
Boom. Nasty hit,
the
and he's
9
going
with
to the
nowhere
infield
to
care
go.
center.
Yes. To make sure he's okay after that. That was a huge hit. I want to go back again and get on board with the 9 because he pretty much had nowhere to go. On board with Jamie Foxx Bolton here. Take a look what he's seen. Oops. Wrong button there. Trying to get out of it, just nowhere to go. Right underneath of him. Right underneath Eric Johnson. Lots of damage to this car. It says great state of Georgia is his hometown, and he's half the driver the 18 is.
Well, the 18 just got into the 91. I don't think that the 18 realized just how much he was gaining on the 6 and the 91, and he just barely gave a bump to the 91 and turned him.
Under our first yellow of the night. We'll have to see how much damage some of these drivers got, see who all was involved. We know Chase Stimpley was.
I'm curious to see what the 6's tires were, because looks like he went in there for 4 tires and a prayer.
Yeah. I think I'd be getting me some tires too here. Some of these cars on pit road here, looks like they're going to be fixing some damage. I think the 9 got the worst of it. So give us a chance to shout out the sponsors again. Thanks again to Outcast Motorsports for letting us do this for you guys. And thanks to H&W Wrap Designs. Follow them on TikTok, H&W Wrap Designs. Tell them we sent you. Then don't forget about the Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds. Go check out their website, as we mentioned in the pre-race show, that they got some tickets for ZZ Top. There's not many left, so get over there today and grab your tickets. And they also have that Pro Rodeo coming up on May 24th and 25th. You're not going to want to miss that. Things are going to get a little crazy over there. Go to their website, GeorgiaMountainFairgrounds.com, and see what they have to offer. There's like so much stuff. There's almost too much to list. Tired of these same old vacations, man? I'm telling you, check them out.
Checking them out now.
Scoring Ronnie Hurst in the lead, or Dalton Lott in the lead. Ronnie Hurst on his outside. Daniel Veerkamp and Zachary Tyler on the second row. Back on the third row, you got Zachary Tyler and Scott Hall, Richard Keene and Mark Stevens behind them. Drew Kuhn and Ronnie Welchel. And you got Eric Johnson and Ronnie Welchel, Jason Anderson and Anthony Bennett. Then Charles Wilson back in 14th. Mark Kazin, he was involved in that accident there, I believe, because he's now a lap down. Chase Stimpley, he's in the pits in 18th. Brian Zemer's in 17th. Pace car is off. We're getting ready to rock and roll. There it is. Green flag's in the air. Drivers are going to head down full speed into turn one. Well, not full speed. They're gaining speed into turn one.
Oh, they're about to eat this 30 up right here, Dustin. He got a huge jump.
Yeah, he did. Lott was looking to control both lanes, inside and outside. Diving for position. Oops. Veerkamp to the lead. He's got the 8 of Scott Hall behind him. Scott Hall is the owner of H&W Designs.
As he gets a little swirly there going through that tri-oval. Yeah, below that yellow line is no man's land. You definitely don't want to be down there.
30 looking for a little side draft. He's up there by himself, but look at the run he's going to have off the exit. 8's going to give the 2 a push. 22 is going to help out. Hurst is looking to help.
Huge bump from the 22 to the 30.
Yeah.
That put him back in the ball game. They're side by side there for second.
We have 27 to go now. We're going to start to see the action pick up ever so slightly, lap by lap, turn after turn. It's Daytona. Anything can happen. You could be in 15th right now and win this race. Kazin, the guy first lap down right now, so he'd be in position for the lucky dog. Brian Welchel was able to get one of his laps back. He's back there fighting Kazin to be the first car lap down. The 8 all over the bumper of the 2. The 6 gets a little loose. It's Michael Stevens.
We haven't seen the 29 up here in the top spots. He's just been that first portion of the race. He was just kind of riding around mid-pack. not bothering anybody. And now look at him. He's third in line on the inside.
That's Richard Keene there. That 29 reminds me of an old school Kevin Harvick paint scheme. I know it's not, but see the
All right, let's see how
29?
these.
I think Harvick.
Let's see how these guys handle this lap car. The 55 is way off power. They need to get him off the track.
That could have been a disaster, but he
Man,
stays
oh,
high.
man.
They keep it clean. They keep it green. Drew Kuhn, Mr. Captain Crunch himself, he's looking to get up in the mix. Ronnie Welchel, I believe he's the father of Brian Welchel. Man, how cool would that be, Adam, out here running with your dad?
I couldn't tell you.
Or right, I mean, or the same thing for him. How cool is it that he gets to run out here with his son? Like that's really cool to me.
Oh, the
they're
8
getting
gets into
loose.
the 2. They say, well, man, nasty
had it.
Rick.
Problem out there to throw the
We
damn
had a
bomb.
bunch of people getting loose. They're still wrecking. The 8's in the
I
wall.
had no idea what was happening there. Since 4.
They're still slideways. Carnage is everywhere. Lots of damage on these cars. That's what I was saying. You could be in 15th and win this. Looks like Brian Welchel, as long as he was not involved in that incident, looks like he's clean. So we'll definitely be going back and taking a look at this. There's going to be a lot to dissect here.
And it looks like the 30 got turned. He did a Dale Earnhardt in turn 4. He's a little eat up with damage. A lot of the top fast guys, man, just get destroyed.
Zachary Tyler involved, Jason Anderson involved, Michael Stevens, Drew Kuhn, Bolton, all involved. Let's take a look at it. The A. Let's see. Looked like the 8 got into the 2, got him a little loose, gets up into the 30. And then they just pile up from there.
It looks like the AOL car just signed out. He's got some front nose damage.
He was trying to surf on top of the 53.
Oh, yeah, he was hanging 10 for sure.
Oh, the 28 locks him up.
I think that helps the 30 with them locking it up because he'd had a lot more damage.
That's going to shake things up quite a bit here. We got Dalton Lott on pit road, Michael Stevens, Scott Hall, Zachary Tyler, Anthony Bennett, Drew Kuhn, Ronnie Hurst, Grayson McKee, Brian Welchel, all on pit road here. So I'm assuming every one of them got some sort of damage. Let's see if they can get it repaired and get back out there and refrain from going a lap down. This is a wild one, folks. Thanks for joining in tonight. My name's Dustin, and with me is Adam, if you're just tuning in.
Hello, I'm Adam.
Hey, Adam. Yeah, we like to have a little bit of fun up here and there.
You know who the lucky duck was right there?
Who's that?
The 29.
The 29. Who was the 29? Richard King.
And the 2. And the 2.
Getting through there?
Yep. You know, the 2, he was the one that was turned off the nose of the 8. He saved it and was able to drive through that chaos.
Looks like the 91 coming back down. He looks like he's got a little bit of front end damage. He's going to try to get some more of that fixed. 2 looks like he might have a little bit of damage to that right front too. See the front fender
Yeah, I
there
think that
pushed
was
in.
really. Yeah, I think that was really his only contact there in that wreck.
Let's talk about your biggest mover of the race, Eric Johnson in the 18. He got drove under on that one caution, but look at him up here on the outside road. Lights are off, and we're going to go green the next time around. So we will take the caution portion back off and put our up here and see what we got. We have the 57, Charles Wilson, in the lead. He was hanging back, buying his time, and look at him now. Look at U.S. Army go. Ah, see, on the back, like I said, GoArmy.com. Come on.
Dustin, we got a lot of damaged cars back here. A lot of
Yeah.
damaged cars still, because, you know, they don't have a fast repair.
That's what makes these types of leagues interesting. I really like the no fast repair. It forces drivers to take care of their stuff a lot more, be a little bit more cautious, think about where you're going to make your move, how aggressive you're going to be, because one wrong move and you could end your race and somebody else's. And then, you know, with this being the first race of this season for these Gen 4 cars, you might
It
not
can
make
hurt
any
in
friends.
points.
Well, and yeah, it'll hurt in your points. But I'm telling you, I'd probably want some friends going later on in the season. Let me see if I can. Well, we'll get going green here, and then I'll pull up the schedule, and we'll take a look and see where these drivers are going to go.
Yep, that's what I was looking for.
Looks like the stream's holding strong tonight. Looks like the old tip from Eric Johnson helped me out a bit, lowered the bit rate, and now looks like we're streaming pretty good. No lag so far. Pace car is off. Barney's got the flag in the air, and he's going to be waving it like crazy. There he goes. And here we go. Charles Wilson going to lead the way. Eric Johnson on his outside as we go past the flag and down into the entry of turn 1. Take you around the track.
Yo, 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 yo.
I love these camera angles. It's just so hard to do.
Yo, 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 yo,
The whole
yo,
race.
yo, 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 yo.
Keep in mind, I got
Here they go.
manually select all of these. Oh, who's that getting loose? He saved it, though.
Looks like the 87. And here comes the 6 and the 48. That Ronald McDonald car, he ain't clowning around. He's here to win.
He out there. He's taking no donations, leaving everything on the track. Action picks
Slicing
up.
and Dyson.
22 to go. 21 at the line. There it is. 21 left.
Looks like the 6 got his car fixed. The 48, Ronald McDonald, or the McDonald's car, looked like he got his honker fixed. He's back out here.
I swear Hall had some damage on that front end, but it doesn't look like it's hurting him that bad. You can see that fender pushed in just a little bit. Eric Johnson on his inside. Wilson behind on the outside.
I don't
Wait,
know.
I'm sorry.
It's dragging that outside line just a little bit.
Wilson on the inside in that 57.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the 8's got the aero advantage that he had.
I was gonna say he's probably good to push, but I don't think he's gonna be. Good
Oh yeah,
to
he's
be out front here.
definitely good. Yeah, he's definitely good to push. I think
Well,
he's
to
a
get
little off
pushed, sorry.
pace. Yeah,
I think they
I
need
think
to
he's a little off pace.
get a cleaner car out front there to try and make a move. The 21, the Captain Crunch of Drew Kuhn. Been saying his name a lot this race.
Well, he's been up front the whole race, pretty much.
Michael Stevens, your pick right there on the outside there.
That
And
is my
6.
pick.
.48, Grayson McKee. All these drivers doing phenomenal right here. Ooh, they're getting a little squirrely, though. It's time to go. 20 to go. I'd say we could be patient for like another 9 laps. But, hey, it's helping us out here in the booth. Get it, drivers. Timmy in the chat says, let's go, Charles. Bring it home. It's Charles Wilson he's cheering on in that 57 car. Let's put it on him. He's up there riding in second, third, back and forth between second, third. He's pushing old Eric Johnson in that beautiful 18 car.
The 6. Oh, the 6 is pushing it 3 wide. Aggressive side block or side draft. Oh, he takes up the spot
6 and the 2,
right
door
behind
to
the 8.
door.
Leaves Captain Crunch out to dry.
I think he's thinking the same thing, trying to get around that A. He wants the lead. Michael Stevens playing no games here tonight. A man on a mission to get to the front. Eric Johnson still holding the clean air. Door to door, the 8 and the 57, Hall and Wilson.
Oh, nasty wreck.
Nasty wrecked the 30
Bud, tell me about your car real quick.
of Lot
And-
involved, 21 involved.
And the 6 with another move to put him up front and out of harm's way. And Captain Crunch got destroyed.
Let's see what happens here, how this shaked out. A 48. Ooh. .21 came down just a little bit on the 48. I don't think he knew he was there. And then just carnage and chaos.
Yeah, he's got some nose damage.
One
That's
more
for
time
sure.
here. Watch the 21 just comes down, doesn't know he's there. Clipped, and it's just chain
Yep.
reaction.
Yeah, the 20. I think the 21 was more focused out of his front. He kind of he followed the 6 down as they went to side draft, and yeah, I don't think he knew he was there.
Ronnie Welchel was involved in that incident, but I think he did okay. I think he's going to be all right. He kept it off the wall. Out front, we still got Eric Johnson. I want to say he finished like 2nd or 3rd Tuesday night. And then Charles Wilson. He's in 2nd. Scott Hall, Michael Stevens, Jason Anderson. That's your top 5. Your biggest mover of the race right now, Eric Johnson, up 17 spots. Here's a preview of your schedule. I think it's right on track with the Truck Series here. Atlanta next week, Richmond the following week, Homestead the road course, Nashville the following week after that, and then we got Bristol Motor Speedway at night, Phoenix,
Ooh, that's a good one.
the Phoenix 2008 Oval, Talladega, and then they go into the playoffs because they do have a playoffs in this, and I'll get some more info on the playoffs and go over it with you on the next race. Kansas is your first playoff race, then North Wilkesboro, Old School Texas Motor Speedway. That's always fun. Rockingham, and then your final race will be Darlington.
Man, I don't know who thought of this schedule, Dustin, but hats off to them.
Man, it's good.
Yeah, that's a really good schedule.
It's going to make for some very entertaining racing. Let's see. Grand Baby Buffalo says, no harm, no foul. Don't think he saw me in the middle. And Grayson McKee says he got it fixed. Bismarck 3770 says needs a spotter. Timmy, I don't know if I missed your comment. He said, let's go Charles, bring it home. No, I said that. Yeah, that's good. I'm glad you got it fixed. Yeah, it was just a racing incident. I don't think there was any malintent on anybody's part. Lights are going to go off the pace car, so we're going to turn the lights off on the stream. We're going to take a look here, go through the field. Eric Johnson in first. Charles Wilson in second. Scott Hall in third. Michael Stevens there in sixth. Jason Anderson in that 28 car in fifth. Oh, it keeps changing on me. Drew Kuhn. Anthony Bennett, Riverview, Florida. Ronnie Welchel. Ronnie Hurst, back there in 10th. Richard Keene in 11th. Brian Welchel in 12th. 13th is Zachary Tyler, and there are other drivers. They're on pit lane right now. Dalton Lott back there. He's getting things gathered up. Hopefully he got most of his damage fixed. He took a heavy hit there.
What are we looking like as far as damage goes to Captain Crunch? Looks like his nose is still messed up pretty bad.
It is, too. It is. That's Drew Kuhn.
And the
there.
8. The 8 still got some right front damage. And looks like
We'll look
the
out the back
22.
here. Check that out. It's not terrible, but it is pushed in. That's going to affect the arrow on the car. Going to make it kind of a parachute.
And here we go.
Let's go back around the track one more time with the green flag in the air.
Green.
And it's flying.
Green, green, green. Barney's waving that green flag, and side by side, here we go. 18 and the 8 with the advantage on the inside.
Drivers going
And the
down.
18 pulled way out. 4 car lengths in front of second place in that inside line. He's up on the top. Up, and the Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch goes for a ride. Oh, wow. He's upside down. He's flipping. He's still flipping. What a camera angle to catch that. Caution is out. That's our 4th caution of this race. What a wild ride Drew Kuhn just took there. I want to go on board with him and see that from his perspective there.
I will not look at that. I don't want to get sick.
He just got a bump. Oof. What a wild ride that was.
Looks like this race turned into a GoFundMe project.
Oof.
Yeah, that car's tore up.
It's going to get it bumped from the 7 and going to upset the car in the turn and then just flippity flappity.
Looks like a completely different car than the 2000s model Gen4.
Unfortunate for him. He's going to have tons of damage. I don't think he's going to be able to get that fixed and back out on the track in time. Might be able to salvage some points, though, if he can get his required damage fixed.
Yeah, perhaps. He might can salvage something. We've got... What race do we have going on next week in the Gen4s?
Atlanta.
Richmond.
Old school Atlanta.
Oh, Atlanta and then Richmond. Yeah, old school Atlanta, man. That's going to be Loose and fast.
Another bumpy track, another challenging track for these cars. Well, it doesn't seem like it for these drivers. These drivers seem really good and confident. So I know I couldn't drive it. With Johnson still your leader, got another pace lap to go or so. Let's go ahead one more time. Give a shout out to these sponsors here. H&W Wrap Designs. Follow them on TikTok. H&W Wrap Designs. Let them know we sent you. That way it shows that we're doing our job up here in the booth. And then also check out that website, GeorgiaMountainFairgrounds.com. Plan your next vacation there in Hiawassee, Georgia. I'm telling you, ZZ Top tickets, there's only a few left. Go over to that website, get them now. And then on the 24th and 25th of May, you got that Pro Rodeo coming up, the Hiawassee Pro Rodeo. Don't miss out on that action. That'll be a lot of fun. Then another big shout out to the guys putting this on, Outcast Motorsports. Thank you so much again, man. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you letting us get up here in this booth and do this. I am having a blast up here. I'd much rather be up here in the booth than out there with you guys stressing, rubbing elbows door to door. Look at the wheel bend on that 8 car right now. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah.
He's got some heavy wheel damage.
Yeah, I'd much rather be doing this broadcasting with you than down there trying to get my damage fixed because I am one unlucky fella.
Yeah, I've seen it myself.
The wrecks always tend to find me, no matter if I'm running in the front or the back.
Yeah, it could be raining $100 bills. Adam, step outside, get hit with a quarter.
That's right.
Timmy says, thank you guys for putting on a spectacular broadcast. Man, I appreciate it, man. We're trying. We're new here. Thanks for your patience and everything and giving us this opportunity to hone some skills in. And there's some other things coming. I'm going to get a couple commercials made for you guys. That way under cautions, I can do a little, or even on green flag runs, I can do a little side-by-side action. Yeah, man, I have fun doing this. Caution lights out. Or pace car lights are off. That means next time around we'll get the green flag again. These drivers will have 10 laps to go at the line. And you think it's been crazy? Stick around. It's about to get really wild. Pace car about to pull off here. And we'll take a look at Barney's back one more time as he's got the green flag in the air waiting on the leader.
Green, green, green.
There it is.
Green flag as Barnabas waves that flag. Side by side the 18 and the 8. No help for the 8. The 20, he's making his move 3 wide back there in the back. He's ready. Only got 10 laps to go. And the 8, he just doesn't have the pace that he had.
6 making a huge move to the outside.
3 wide behind the 6, though.
I don't think
That 8. Yeah.
he's shown a
That
lot
8.
of pace on the outside by himself, so I don't know if he's going to need all the help.
The 8 just gets shuffled back to 3rd in line on the outside. He just does not have the pace.
He's got that heavy wheel damage. I don't think that car is turning like he wants to. 29 off pace. He fell to the inside. 6 to the high line. He's going to try to get up there and battle with Eric Johnson. Michael Stevens down low. I'm sorry. In the 2. I'm sorry. Michael Stevens in the 6. Charles Wilson, 57. He's going to get up there and try to push Eric Johnson. I'll be interested to see if he's going to look to make a move to get around him, if he's just going to work with him the rest of the way. Eric Johnson looking to make some space out there, maybe control both lanes. Now the 6 to the front. Is he going to drop down or is he going to stay with the high line? He's going to control both lanes here.
Good move by the 6 to bring that 18 back up. You definitely want them side by side. Because if one strays back just a little bit, they can get a run that you really can't block.
You see Vin?
Oh, they shuffle him out. He's in the middle. He's in the middle.
3 wide. Eric Johnson going to go back to the lead. Veerkamp on the outside. He's got a little fender damage.
Ooh, he is the meat in the sandwich here, and this is sketchy.
Don't blink. Everybody wants it. 7
He's
to
trying.
go. 6 at the line.
Oh,
Veerkamp to the bottom.
that 6 is strong, man. Oh, he got into the 8.
The
The
8
8's in
into
the wall.
They save it. They keep it going. The 8's got heavy wheel damage. I see that. Now Wilson looking to make his move on the outside. He's been patient all race. He's staying right behind Eric Johnson. There's the 22 spinning.
6 in the wall.
What have you got?
Ronnie Hurst goes for a ride. Take a look and let's see what happened to old Mr. Hurst back here in that 22 car. Oh, what happened there? That car just snapped around on him. Oh, and he got collected. Stimpley. He might need a better view.
Yeah, it was huge net code right here.
Get a better
Some of the
view.
worst I've seen in these Gen 4s. Need more of an inside view from the. Yeah, that'll work.
Take a look.
Well,
We'll
we'll
slow
see
it
what-
down here.
Yeah. Probably need to get a side view too of this one after I look at it. Because he wasn't even close to the 6 and it shot him sideways. The 6 is going up, 6 is in the wall.
Yeah, that's wild there. Let's rewind that. Yeah, that is some huge net code there. It looked like he got on the brakes, seen the front end dive down, and then it acted like it just hit, and then he just goes for a ride. Unfortunate there. And unfortunate for Stimpley here as he comes in, and that'll be some heavy damage. And then who else got collected there? The 48. I told you it was going to get a little crazy. Timmy in the chat still says, I just hope we have a better showing at Atlanta. He said, thank you guys for putting on a spectacular broadcast. I think I read that already. Eric Johnson still the biggest mover. Charles Wilson and Ronnie Welchel are also big movers as they're up 10 spots. Jason Anderson, he's up 8 spots. Let's see see if I can take a look at this damage on this 8 car. I'm telling you, that wheel is kind of Look at that wheel, how turned it is.
Oh yeah. That's why he's off the pace. He's got a tie rod end. He's got a tie rod end issue there.
Definitely been up. Lights are off. When we come back around, we're going to have 3 to go. All right, chat. Who do you got? Now's your chance to call it out. Who do you think's going to win this? It's anybody's race. Could it be Eric Johnson? Could it be back here with the 6 with Michael Stevens? Could it be Richard Keene? Dalton Lott looks like he got some damage fixed. He might be a contender because he's been up there most of the race. Brian Welchel. He's on the lead lap. Remember, he started this race 2 laps down. Look at him now. Up here in 5th place. Side by side with his dad.
Wreck him.
Wreck him.
Wreck him.
18 and 57, Timmy says. I was wondering if they were teammates. They look like they're working together, so that's Eric Johnson and Charles Wilson. The 2 in the front on the outside, Veerkamp, he's got some damage, it looks like, also.
Yeah, he's been tangled up in probably at least 2 of these wrecks. Now, it hadn't been severe like the 8, but he's been tangled up, and he's back up there on the outside line.
Kyle Franklin, go Wilson and Johnson, and both Welchels. Man, appreciate the comment, Kyle. So as the pace car is going to pull off here, we're not going to do the round and round like I usually do. We're going to keep it with the distant view so we can see everything that goes on because we're about to have a lot of action here.
Green flag.
Green flag's in the air. Johnson will lead him underway. Wilson
Not a
behind
good
him.
start. Not a good start on the outside line. Huge checkup.
Johnson got to be careful of pulling too far away as he doesn't want to get hung out here. But I think he's got a teammate behind him. And he might be happy with 3rd if he can just, or 2nd if he can just push him in there. Veerkamp still on the outside. Both Welchels behind them.
18 going up to block the 2. Huge checkup. The 88 goes through the middle.
Big push from the 20 on Ronnie Welchel. Yeah, I said that right. He's all over him. The 57.
The AOL car sends him an instant message saying, I'm going with you. We're going to the middle.
Welchel to the middle for the lead. Zachary Tyler pushing him as hard as he can. 2 Welchels in the top 5. Coming to the white flag here. Well, they still got another backstretch to go, but
Oh, the 88 went down.
Ronnie's going to hang him
I'm
out.
sorry, the 62. Looks like the 88 from here.
They're door to door. Are we going to get this white flag? 62,
And we
57,
will.
side by side.
22, or the 20 with a huge run.
Tyler's wanting to win this. He said, I might be spotting AOL, but my internet's fast tonight.
Oh, and the 18 and the 29 got tangled up, got into the 6. Yeah, the 6 is not going to win this.
They keep it together. Ronnie
Here we
Welchel
go.
on the inside, coming to turn 4. Zachary Tyler on the outside. 57 of Wilson close behind. He's going to shoot to the inside. We're going to have a photo finish here. They're door to door. Ronnie Welchel, the 57. Welchel's going to go around. And the,
Oh, it looks like it's
I
gonna be
don't
the
know
20.
who it is. It's showing Welchel cross the line first. What an amazing finish. I told you not to go nowhere. I hope you guys seen that. We're going to go back and we're going to try to take it and see who won this race. It's showing the 53 of Brian Welchel winning the race.
And the AOL car with a poop emoji
We're going to go
coming to the line.
blimp view here. We'll slow it down when we get there. This is where it all goes crazy here. The 20 coming down to block the 2. The 2, the 20, and the 57. The 62, Ronnie Welchel goes sideways. The 53, Brian Welchel goes to the inside, and he will take first place. And the 20,
yeah, he got it.
Zachary Tyler in second, and Ronnie Welchel will finish third sideways. What an amazing race. Heck of a finish.
My question is, Dustin, does the 53 win because he did go below the yellow line?
I think that will count because he went below the yellow line to avoid a wreck. And I think that's okay. We'll have to double check with their race control and find out. But I'm pretty sure all is fair there. Let's see, one more time here.
I don't know.
What a finish. I mean, I think it's good.
It looks like the 53 was below the yellow line before the wreck even happened.
I don't know. I think it'll be good. I'll have to double check with that. But let's see here. Who do we need to get in here? Who do we want to start with tonight?
Looks like it's going to be Ronnie, Zachary, and then Brian.
Let's do it up then. Let's go with tonight. We'll do it a little different. We'll go third place finisher. If you want to grab him and bring him up in here.
Yep. See, move
Ronnie
to
Welchel, third place. Ronnie, it's Dustin and Adam in a booth. What a heck of a showing for you tonight in the Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds car. Man, that was a wild finish. Walk us through those last couple laps there.
I'm not even sure exactly what happened. I got hit in the back end. I had to go to the middle and got past Eric. And all I was doing then was riding top and bottom, trying to stay in front of him. I don't know if I came down on him at the end of the race, or he just got in between us, there wasn't enough room, or what. But to go across the white line sideways, I don't care if you first, second, or third, it's awesome.
It was one heck of a show. And you're right, it is awesome. It just looked like the 20 kind of pushed it a little too hard there. Everybody was trying to get what they could get. Just, Daytona racing incident on the last lap, man. You guys, man, that was awesome.
Yeah, Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds Dodge showed out a little bit tonight. Just about the whole race, I think I was in the top 10, and she handled good. I just hate to lose to my son.
Yeah, tell me how much of a handful are these cars on this track? It looked a little bumpy out there.
Yeah, it's real bumpy. I learned probably in practice last night that if you get ready for the bumps and kind of go in and prepare for them just before you get to the corner, you can pretty much go straight through them and don't wiggle too much. But once them tires get loose, get wore out a little bit, they get loose on you toward the end, and it really becomes a handful. But we were able to hold on to it and wind up with a third place, I think.
Yes, sir. Finished third place tonight. That's really awesome for you, and a good way to start the season. It wasn't the win. You were coming out in first, but man, I'm sure you'll take that.
Well, I'll take it tonight. I'll try to do better next time.
So next week you're going to Atlanta. How do you feel about that track in this car?
Well, it's old Atlanta, so it's slick. This car is slick. But if the guys will get this thing set up for me, we'll be in good shape, I think.
Sounds good, man. I'm gonna give you a chance to shout out all your sponsors on that car, or anybody that might be watching, or anybody that you got. It's all yours, buddy.
Well, definitely want to shout out Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds. It's not just a destination. It's a good place to be. Beautiful mountain scenery, and of course Cheerwine. That's one thing that keeps this Dodge running.
That's awesome, man. Well, congratulations on your third place finish in the first race of the season, and we look forward to calling the race for you next week, and hopefully you can get a little bit better result next week.
Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate what y'all do.
Thank you. That's Ronnie Welchel there in the 62. Heck of a show from him tonight. Showed patience, and then it paid off. Third place finish to him, man. Congratulations, sir. Well deserved.
And it looks like we got P2, Zachary Tyler. Let's get him in here.
Zachary Tyler, Dustin and Adam in the booth, man. Second place finish in the AOL car. Took it old school tonight. I haven't seen AOL in such a long time. He brought back a lot of nostalgia. Man, heck of a race. How'd you do that second place there? It looked a little wild at the end.
Yeah, it was definitely crazy. I seemed like I got in every single accident tonight. Somehow my car was a magnet from every time there was an accident or something in front of me, I would get some kind of damage. But before that last restart, I was able to get it all completely fixed, and I started P10. I knew how to make a move quick to get up there, and just stuck my foot in it, and made a 3 wide, a couple moves, and people held on to it in front of me. Got behind. I think it was Ronnie. And he did a great job holding his line, and then coming to the trioval, it was just, everyone, all bets are off.
So you got to take what you get and you don't throw a fit, man. Finishing, like he said, sideways across the line is just awesome. It makes for one heck of a show. How challenging was this tonight for you? I know you said you got into a lot of incidents there, but, that's speedway racing. Fortunately, you were able to get all your damage fixed and everything. It didn't look like it slowed you up much.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the old Daytona and the character it has, the bumps and everything. I was just, biding my time again, just not trying to push too much, not trying to get in anybody, cause any accidents. But I knew what, I'm able to do when the push comes to shove. I knew I could 2-car tandem and drive somebody as long as the person in front of me could hold it. And, when that came to the lie, again, I don't want to wreck anybody, so I do feel bad. Like, there was contact at the end and everything. I thought I had a gap coming across the line. There was a call on the apron that I was trying not to let back up, and just got into Ronnie's rear corner or left rear corner panel. But aside from that, I thought it was a great race. I really had a great time. My first league race here with these guys, and they're all great drivers. Really happy to be a part of this league.
Yeah, it's fun watching you out there, man. You had a fast car tonight. Congratulations on your second place finish. Next week, it's off to Atlanta for you. How do you feel about that track?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a diehard Kevin Harvick fan, so his first ever win was at Old Atlanta. So that's something, I love Old Atlanta. It's definitely very challenging, just like this Daytona track is. It's going to eat up the tires, and it's definitely going to take a lot of patience. But I'm happy to go out there and excited to get, the testing and get ready for the race.
Well, sir, Again, congratulations. The floor is now yours for any shout outs or sponsors you may have, or anybody that's watching.
Yeah, I just want to shout you guys out for covering us. Great job in the booth. I was watching the broadcast when I was out there racing. You guys did a tremendous job taking care of everything and keeping the race interesting. And just happy to be a part of this league. I don't have any sponsors or anything, so just happy to be part of here.
Well, congratulations again. We look forward to seeing you next week, and thank you for the shout out. And yeah, man, good luck next week.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Oh,
Zachary.
Yeah.
With you being a diehard Kevin Harvick fan and myself included, we're gonna see a Kevin Harvick throwback for old Atlanta.
I mean, I like to run the AOL car. I don't have it for like his original because he was supposed to run the AOL car first. That's just
Right.
That's why I decided to run that because it's not only is it the timeless classic, but yeah, definitely have some good Kevin Harvick winnable or paint schemes that he's won in before at Atlanta, a couple to choose from. So I definitely am going to come out with something new for that.
Good deal. Good deal. Well, we look forward to seeing you next week, man.
Yes, sir. Look forward to being here next week again, guys. Thanks for covering everything and talking to me. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Sir, have a great weekend, man.
You too, guys. Thanks.
Thank you. That's Zachary Tyler, everybody, your second place finisher. As you heard right there, he has no sponsors on this car. You want to get in on this league? Reach out to these guys, probably in Discord if you got it, or drop a comment below on the rewatch, and we can get you in touch with him if you want to put your sponsor on that car. He might be open to that. So congratulations again, Zachary, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Now we're going to go to our winner of the race, the son, the young one. I don't know how young, but Brian Welchel. We'll get him in here. Brian, it's Dustin and Adam in the booth. How's it going, man?
Hey, Dustin, man. Pretty good. Not too bad.
Man, that was...
How y'all doing?
We're doing good. That was one amazing race. You started the race 2 laps down, and then you come back, and then your dad said he was a little upset that you beat him, so...
It's a little bittersweet. I really thought he had it in the bag there at the end. I was just doing what I could to finish up there. Winning the race, or even a top 5 or top 10, was the farthest thing from my mind starting 2 laps down. These Outcast boys are really good. A lot of times we don't have a lot of cautions. Tonight was a little crazy, but it was great. I knew it was going to be a great watch. And I just happened to be in the right places at the right time and cross that line. Like I said, it's kind of bittersweet. I really wanted to see my dad right there at the end win, and everything kind of went to crap, so I just floored it and I held on and I crossed the line.
Yeah, we were saying during the broadcast, man, it's got to be pretty cool to race with your dad, man. I know I'd like to do it someday. That looks like it's a lot of fun out there with you guys.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely great. It's a really good racing out here with these guys too. Racing with your dad is just on another level. You know what I mean? Couldn't ask for much better than that.
Yeah, not too many people get that opportunity, but man, that's awesome.
No, this shows me right here though. I mean, you just never quit. I raced my butt off the whole night. Like I kind of felt bad being up there at the front, 2 laps down, but I was like, you know what? I really want these laps back. That way I can finish kind of decent at least. And never ever would have guessed I would have crossed the finish line first.
You got a great start to the season. Gonna be, first overall, and we'll see what happens next week. But next week's Atlanta. What kind of tricks you got up your sleeve for next week?
Yeah, Atlanta's one of my good tracks, especially the old one. I'm actually not a speedway person, so this is another surprise. I'm really good at short tracks and road courses. So Atlanta should be pretty good. I can't wait for that.
Yeah, man, this has been a lot of fun up here. But before we send you off, we're just gonna give you the chance to give your shout outs for any sponsors or anybody that's watching and all that, man. It's yours.
I just mostly Outcast, my dad out there. We have a lot of fun out here doing this race. I wouldn't even be in this league if it wasn't for him. Sponsors, I'm kind of running a special sponsor today for Daytona. I'm gonna have H&S whip me up a nice little paint job with full throttle on it. We'll see that pretty soon.
We look forward to seeing it. They've been putting out some pretty good. You said H&S or H&W?
Oh, H&W, sorry. I'm sitting here looking, I'm reading and trying to talk at the same time.
No worries. Yeah, they've been putting out some pretty good looking schemes out here, keeping you guys pretty on the track. So I look forward to seeing what he's got for you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's been pretty busy whipping things out there, cranking them out.
Absolutely.
But we're all out here looking pretty, doing our best. Glad we can give y'all some good racing.
Man, it was a great race tonight. I think everything went smooth and it was fun to call, man. So, man, I just want to wish you congratulations. Adam, before I let him go, you got anything for him?
Man, I was so surprised when you crossed that finish line coming from 2 laps down, and this not even being your go-to track combo. So I think, man, you guys got a really good schedule this year. So looking forward to seeing what you guys can pull out.
Yeah, it should be a very exciting schedule. I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, we got some of the best guys out here racing. Like I said, you don't really get cautions. I did not expect them at all. But just kind of worked out in my favor, and I probably will not be up there on the rest of these races, but I drive, I do my best, and what I finish, I finish.
Yeah, that's all we can hope for. That's all we can do, man. But again, congratulations, sir, putting that car in victory lane, and we want to wish you a great weekend, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
All right, thanks. Appreciate y'all.
All right, have a great night.
Y'all too.
There you go, everybody. That's your winner, Brian Welchel. Let's take a look at your race results here. Brian Welchel gonna take home the checkered flag and the trophy. Zachary Tyler in second, Ronnie Welchel in third, Daniel Veerkamp in fourth, Charles Wilson will be in fifth, Eric Johnson sixth, Richard Keene in seventh, Scott Hall eighth, Jason Anderson in ninth, Michael Stevens in 10th. Dalton Lott finished 11th. 12th goes to Drew Kuhn. Grayson McKee in 13th. Ronnie Hurst, 14th. Anthony Bennett, he finished there in 15th. And, sorry, Jamie Fox Bolton in 16th. Chase Stemfley, 17th. Mark Kazin in 18th. And that's your race results tonight. Adam, you got anything before we go?
Man, I think we have a good little system here and a good league that we're, privileged enough to broadcast for. I wasn't here for the Tuesday night truck race, but man, I hope it's going to be as good as this one was.
Yes, sir. It was a lot of fun. It's always a pleasure having you in the booth with me, man. We have a great time when we're up in here. Look forward to calling Tuesday and Thursday next week. Next week, these guys go to Atlanta in both series. Truck Series Tuesday night. Find us here, 0X Media and Design here on YouTube. Hit that subscription button if you could for us. It means a lot. And, yeah, shout out one more time to the sponsors. Outcast Motorsports, thanks again for letting us do this. H&W Wrap Designs. Follow them on TikTok. Tell them we sent you. H&W Wraps Designs. And then not last but not least, Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds. I said it many times. Go check out that website, GeorgiaMountainFairgrounds.com. Get your tickets to ZZ Top. They're selling out fast. And then you also have that rodeo coming up May 24th and 25th. Thanks, everybody, for watching. That's it for us tonight. We'll see you next week. Y'all have a great weekend, and take care.